My name is Brendan Cahill. I'm the Business Operations Manager with Exceedence. I think everyone here knows about the challenge of climate change and the urgency to deploy more renewable sources of energy to decarbonise our economies. As we just saw in the last presentation, we have solutions, ocean-based solutions to address this problem. We have wave, tidal, offshore wind, but we have challenges. We struggle with picking the best projects, and even though there's money available to invest, it's often hard to target it towards the right projects. We struggle with making decisions. When we have devices in operation in the sea, how do we know when they're performing their best? How do we maintain profitability through their lifetime? The problem is that this multi-billion euro industry of offshore wind, wave and tidal, their cost modelling is built on Microsoft Excel and spreadsheets. You know, this is the foundation of this huge industry, and that presents challenges. Building financial models, which are essential for greenlighting these projects, can be time-consuming, draws in a lot of resources across team. There's no standardized ways to do it, and auditing and maintaining an audit trail can be challenging. It's like we've built this big industry, but we're spending 80% of the time building tools and only 20% of the time optimizing projects. And this is where Exceedence comes in. We've developed a financial digital twin to take a project through its full life cycle, from initial bidding to project design to operation. We've built this on a cloud-based platform, transitioning from what had been a desk-based software, validated against Big Four accountancy software. And we've used this on projects and with clients. We believe we have the right team for bringing our solution forward. Our team has a broad base of experience spanning renewable energy development, R&D, finance, ICT, and national energy policy. So we have expertise, we have experience, and we have trust. The markets we're targeting, and particularly offshore wind, are large, they're global, and they're growing. The IEA, which is an organisation not prone to exaggeration, predicts that offshore wind is going to be a $1 trillion industry by 2040. And we've worked hard at looking at our segmentation of this market. While our software has opened up opportunities to right across the value chain, we're particularly focusing on investors, on project developers, supply chain, and consultancies as our market. And we've started discussions with these groups already. One of the strengths we see in our software is its ability to support a project right throughout its life cycle. Not just at the financial planning stage, but right from from bidding into auctions, through financing, in supply chain management, and particularly now as we're developing modules to look at the ongoing financial management of projects when they're in operation, through their production phase, which can be over 25 years. And I suppose this gives us stickiness and is going to help us, we think, win recurring sales with our clients. We see we have a number of competitive advantages over the alternatives. So there's no market software that combines the same level of technical and financial analysis as us. And we believe we can win over the existing market of in-house models and external consultants by giving them something that's standardized, easy to reuse, easy to update when information changes, is independent, can be auditable, and can integrate with other software tools that they use. Our business model is to sell subscription-based licenses. As I said, we're looking for stickiness to win recurrent sales through the life cycle of projects. And because our software is built on microservices, we can easily tailor and develop bespoke modules for larger clients. So that's where we can upsell and really get into the high-value sections of the market. We've demonstrated how we can add value. So in this particular project we worked on with a real wind farm, we were able to use our software to, one, identify a financial underperformance of almost 40 million euros, and then suggest financial mechanisms to address this underperformance. We've completed a successful crowdfunding raise in 2019. So we're well resourced. We're going to build out our software development team and our sales team. So now we want to develop pilot projects in offshore wind, look at more integration opportunities, and ultimately disrupt the incumbents in the market and grow our sales. So what we're looking for now is partnerships with investors in the offshore wind sector to demonstrate how we can apply Exceedence to match capital with projects. And ultimately, while we're well resourced, further investment will help accelerate our plans. We want to become the de facto platform for renewable energy projects analysis, become a key player in this value chain, and look at an exit point within 3 or 4 years based on our valuation. So if you want to come and join us on this journey, we'd be really happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's grab a couple of questions. One there.
Hi, I want to dig a little bit more into the value for customers. You gave an example, which was quite an impressive saving, but do you have an average percentage for projects? Because I guess it will vary quite a lot. And also, as an impact investor, I'd be curious to know how wedded are you to renewable-only projects if great opportunities arise in other sectors? Yeah,
so I'll answer the first question about the value. Before, I suppose, fully going into a sales model, we've worked a lot on projects on a consultancy basis. So this has given us a good, I suppose, baseline to work from. So we've been able to, in previous projects, look at financial improvements of 7 to 10% with device technologies. On your second question, in terms of looking at alternative opportunities, I suppose we're being pragmatic in the sense that we've gained experience in the wave and tidal energy sector. We're now looking at offshore wind because it offers such a huge growth potential, such a range of projects that are crying out for this support. We've talked to a lot of the big developers who are really reliant on Excel models, and that creates a number of challenges. But we have looked at alternatives. We've looked at community-based projects. That's a growing market, particularly in Ireland at the moment, and solar as well, through a number of opportunities. So we've shown that our software can actually be easily adapted to look at other renewable sources of energy.
Okay, I've got this gentleman in the second row. In the second row there, just there. Yes, please.
Thank you. Given your expertise in the underperformance of assets, what do you expect to see in the upcoming review of the offshore energy strategy of the EU as part of the Green Deal, and how is that going to affect your business?
Yeah, I suppose it presents an opportunity for us. We think we've seen in markets such as the UK and offshore wind, which have been extremely successful and have seen costs comes down quite dramatically in the last few CFD rounds. That companies developing these projects really need to look at new ways to become lean, to find new efficiencies to ultimately be successful in these bids. So our tool, we see, can add a lot of value there, particularly at the bidding stage, where you're going to have gaps in data and gaps in knowledge, and you're going to have to run a lot of different scenarios and stress test your investment. We have a lot of what-if analysis tools that can help inform that decisions and quickly turn it around. We find with companies working with consultancies in Excel, where we've discussed it with them, it can take a long time for that model to turn around when changes need to be made. And for a key decision maker in the senior management team, that timeline mightn't work. We empower those users to quickly change parameters, look at different options, and stress test them.
I got time for one more question. This gentleman down in the front row.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Love it, and I would love to get connected. I'm working with one of the offshore wind companies, actually, and the biggest question for me is the Excel-based is fully true. So you have to come from a culture from Excel-based to online or more software-aware. That is key for your success. How do you want to bring your clients up to this level that they're actually going to use and get value from your tool?
Yeah, it is a challenge. I suppose that's the existing technology. It's very well used. I think we're all familiar with it, and so we have to disrupt that and change a mindset. And it's something maybe at the start we weren't always good at. And so I think a lot of it is talking to the right person. If you're talking to the person who's creating the Excel model, which we might have done before, I suppose there's a sense of threat they may feel that we're eating their lunch. Whereas in fact, the value proposition we can show is that when we talk to companies, and literally they could have a team of 4 people and doing this, and 80% of their time is building their models. So we want to, one, bring out their expertise and show how they can add value to projects and quickly, identify cost-saving opportunities. But the other thing is, I think, which we've gotten better at is talking to the right people in the companies, the decision makers who would benefit from seeing the reports and being able to access a tool like that to quickly test ideas and make decisions.